Mindfulness meditation absolutely sucks. It is probably one of the worst ways to meditate, and yet it is literally the only meditation we are ever being taught. In mindfulness meditation, we are told to simply pay attention and observe our thoughts. And we see the thoughts, they come in, we observe what they are, and we simply let them go. That's great if you have no idea what you're thinking, and some people don't. Some people are just constantly reacting. But for the most part, you're never going to change your thoughts. You're never going to change your mentality. You're never going to grow emotionally by simply constantly observing the same dull, repetitive thoughts that you're constantly having. When you pay attention to something, your attention is a form of currency, a very powerful form of currency, and currency is a form of power. So when you're constantly paying attention to your thoughts, even if you're just observing them, you are giving more power to those thoughts. Well, if you want to carry on thinking those thoughts, then great. But for the most part, they're, like I said, dull, repetitive, cyclical. You carry on playing out those dull, repetitive, cyclical patterns in your life over and over and over again. We're also taught in mindfulness meditation to pay attention to the present moment. Time is an illusion. It's a dimension which we experience within our universe, which we perceive, but really in many ways it is an illusion. The past is an illusion, the future is an illusion, but so is the present. There is no reason why the present moment is any more or less real than every moment that's happened before and every moment that will happen in the future. So if you're constantly paying attention to your thoughts and you're constantly paying attention to the present moment, then you're constantly immersing yourself in illusion. You're just going to go further and further into that illusion and further into those entrenched thoughts. Now, mindfulness meditation does have a place. It is very good if you're a complete beginner to meditation. If you have no idea what you're thinking and you're constantly reacting, and if you still very much identify with your thoughts and you haven't yet understood that you have an identity which is separate to your thoughts, and that you can have thoughts and those thoughts don't always reflect reality. Sometimes they're simply very emotional and very reactive. Then mindfulness meditation is very good. But there is absolutely a progression from mindfulness. And usually this progression, people are ready for this progression after just a couple of weeks of mindful meditation. There are so many different ways to meditate, which are going to give you the progression that you need in your mind, in your emotional self, in your spiritual self, if that's what you're interested in. And mindfulness is not really going to take you very far. One of the best progressions to do from mindfulness meditation is Heartmath. Now, Heartmath is an absolutely fantastic meditation, and it is really well backed up with science. It reduces heart rate variability, which is a major predictor for stress, cortisol, and even certain heart disease problems. In mindfulness meditation, you breathe in for 5 seconds, breathe out for 5 seconds. And as you do this breathing practice, focus on your heart and focus on creating this ball of love or ball of joy. You can either simply focus on the emotion, if that is easiest for you, or you can focus on a happy memory, or you can imagine a place which makes you feel this happy, kind of joyful or loving feeling. Love is really the best one to feel, but joy also works. Do this for about 10 minutes a day, and the emotions that it begins to bring out in you are really, really beautiful. 2 other types of meditation which you can do, which I highly recommend and are very, very easy. You've got Jyotir meditation and chakra meditation. So Jyotir meditation, sit with your spine straight. Imagine that there is a beautiful cord coming up from the top of your head, going up right to the sky. And close your eyes and simply observe the colours which are on the back of your eyelids. Literally look at the back of your eyelids. It might begin with total blackness, but slowly, you will begin to see this beautiful kaleidoscope of colours. And I mean, it's It's the kind of, you know, the psychedelic videos which sometimes you can find on YouTube. It's like that. It's so incredible. If you're really struggling, then you can make sure that you're sitting in a light room. Sometimes looking near the sun with your eyes closed can help to stimulate these patterns. And sometimes you can simply press lightly on your eyelids. Don't press too hard, but you'll begin to see those patterns. Another form of meditation is a chakra meditation, and there are plenty of guided meditations for this on YouTube. You simply, again, sitting straight if you can with your spine tall, breathe in and begin to imagine that there's a big red light at the very root of your torso, sort of around the pelvic region. Breathe in, then an orange light just above that, so the kind of base of your stomach, a golden light at your solar plexus, which is just where your actual stomach is, where your diaphragm is, a beautiful green light at your heart, a blue light at your throat, a purple light at your third eye center, and a white light coming through your whole spine. Most meditations skip the final step, but the final step is actually the most important. The final step is where you will really begin to feel the bliss and the energy current, and that is where you will begin to move away from your thoughts. It's very hard to stop thinking, but we can move away from thinking. That meditation, if you're new to it, is best to do as a guided meditation first. Just be careful that you don't spend more time on your root chakra, the lower chakras, than you do on your higher chakras. Ideally, you spend the most time up here. We don't need to send our energy currents down. So I really hope that this video has been helpful for you. If there are other meditations which you would like me to go through, like Tradaka, which is a fantastic meditation for the eyes, then please do let me know. I'd be really happy to do a bit more research and present to you other forms of meditation. But for now, I'm signing out, and I hope you have a really blessed day. Thank you so much.